if you're talking to a company about BigQuery, there's often a lot of fear. What is the risk here? If I put a credit card on file, could this all of a sudden start scaling up really quickly? There are two types of costs in BigQuery. You're charged for the data that you store, and you're also charged for your queries. This calculator is only useful for storage costs. If we're talking just about Google Analytics 4, and we're just getting your data into BigQuery, I can tell you a pretty healthy range, or pretty realistic range of what that should be. And it's typically shocking how inexpensive it is. So the way that this calculator works is that you can simply enter the estimated events per month that are being generated with GA4. So in this case, I've got 20 million. We can make it 10 million. And then what it does is it's attempting to estimate how many gigabytes of storage will be required for 10 million events in a month. Google has an article that I linked to here. 1 gigabyte equates to approximately 600,000 Google Analytics events. I went and did a big analysis one time because the amount of storage will vary depending on how much information you're putting in every event. And so I had actually calculated that it was closer to 6 million events was a gig of data. I think that Google's number is extremely conservative. And so what you can do then is you can just use those 2 points as a range. And so the estimate that I had calculated was that 10 million events per month will roughly create about 1.7 gigs of data. Google is roughly 10 times more, so 16.7. And then you can estimate, well, what would that cost me? And the way that your data compounds every month as new data is added is reflected here in this table. So in the first month, you would basically not be charged anything according to our estimate, or 13 cents according to Google's, and then that compounds every month. The thing to point out here too is that the first 10 gigs are free. So that's why my low estimate stays at 0 for a while, because you're actually not exceeding the free 10 gigs for 6 months if this is your volume.